Hey Gems of ExamsNet, welcome to the question series of ExamsNet. Students, you must have explored our website www.examsnet.com. This site is a great place for you to practice your entrance exam question papers because here you will find the solutions of so many entrance exam questions along with their detailed PDF solutions. And you must download our app. The link is available in the description box. So today, students, we are going to solve JEE Main 29th January 2025 Shift 1 paper. Okay. So in this particular video, I'll be solving the mathematics part of the paper. So starting with the very first question of the math section, that is question number first. Define a relation R on the interval 0 to pi by 2 by x r y if and only if x square x and 10 square y equals to 1, then R is okay. So we are given with the relation sec square x minus 10 square y is equals to 1. Okay. So students, we can write it as sec square x is equals to 1 plus 10 square y. Okay. So it can be written as sec square x is equals to sec square y. Okay. So we can write here as x equals to y. Since we are given the limit from 0 to pi by 2 means it is in the first quadrant. So for the first quadrant, we can write x is equals to y. Okay. From interval is given as 0 to pi by 2. Okay. So the ordered pairs will be A comma A type. Okay. It means they are all reflexive also, comma symmetric also, and transitive also. Okay. So for these, our given relation is an equivalence relation, means they are reflexive, symmetric, as well as transitive. So it is an equivalence relation. Okay. If the interval is given other than this 0 comma pi by 2 means other than this, so this maybe this would not be the case, but here we are given the interval as 0 comma pi by 2 means it is in first quadrant. So for this, the given relation is reflexive as well as symmetric and as well as transitive. So the relation is an equivalence relation. Okay. Now moving towards next question. Second, let ABC be a triangle formed by the lines 7x minus 6y plus 3 equals to 0, and another line x plus 2y minus 31 equals to 0, and 9x minus 2y minus 19 equals to 0. Okay, let the point h comma b k be the image of the centroid of triangle ABC in the line. We are given with this line, and it is saying that h comma k is the image formed by these three lines which is forming a triangle. In the line this 3x plus 6y minus 53 equals to 0. Then we have to find the value of this h square plus k square plus hk. Okay. So first of all, student, we will draw the triangle given by these lines. So let us say this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. Let us say this is line L1, this is line L2, and this is line L3. So L1 line is this 7x minus 6y plus 3 equals to 0. L2 line is x plus 2y minus 31 equals to 0. And L3 is 9x minus 2y minus 19 equals to 0. Okay. So if we solve this, first of all, L1 and L2, if we solve an L1 and L2 line, then using these two lines means 7x minus 6y plus 3 equals to 0 and x plus 2y minus 31 equals to 0. So when we solve these two lines, so we get the point of intersection A, means we get A as x equals to 9 and y equals to 11 by solving these two lines. Okay, so the coordinates of A will be 9 comma 11. Okay, and similarly when we solve this L2 and L3, when we solve this L2 and L3, we get C as this. C as 5 comma 13 means here X is 5 and Y is 13. And we solve this L1 and L3. When we solve this L1 and L3, at that time we get the coordinates of B as 3 comma 4. Okay. So the coordinates of V will be 3 comma 4. Now we have found the point of intersections as points of intersection means A, B and C point as A equals to 9 comma 11. So 9 comma 11. B equals to 3 comma 4. Okay. And C as 5 comma 13. Okay. Now let the point H comma K be the image of the centroid triangle of ABC. So if we want to find the centroid of the triangle, so we know that for centroid, we have to sum of all, and since there are 3, so divide all of them by 3. So when we do the sum of all these points and divide by 3, we get centroid as 17 by 3, comma 28 by 3. Okay. Means x point is 17 by 3 and y point is 28 by 3. Okay. So since during image of triangle ABC, about line will reflect the whole triangle, including the centroid and reflected centroid as well. And it will be the image of this. Okay. And we are given the image as H comma K. We are given the image as H comma K means we are given like this. If these are the centroid points, means 17 comma 3 and 28 comma 3, and their image points are H comma K, and we are given about the line 3x plus 6y minus 53 equals to 0. We are given 3x plus 6y, na? 3x plus 6y minus 53 equals to 0. So when we solve for this line, so we get this h minus this 17 by 3 over this 3. It will be equals to this k minus this 28 by 3 over this 6, and it will be equals to minus of 2, this 3 into 17 by 3 plus this 6 into this 28 by 3 minus 53. Okay, minus 53 over this 3 square plus 6 square means it will be 45. Okay, so when we solve it, we get h is equals to 3 and k is equals to 4. Okay, when we solve it, we get h as 3 and k as 4. So we have to find the value of h square plus k square plus hk. So from here, h square plus k square plus hk, it will be equals to 3 square plus 4 square plus 12 means 9 plus 16 plus 12. So it will be 37. Okay, so our answer is 37 means option D is the correct answer. Now question number 3. So we are given A vector as 2 iota cap minus j cap plus 3k cap, and B vector as 3 iota cap minus 5j cap plus k cap. And there is another vector C such that A cross C equals to C cross B, and A plus C dot B plus C is given as 168. So we have to find the maximum value of modulus of C square. Okay. So we are given first of all A cross C equals to C cross B. So when we solve this A cross C equals to C cross B, it means it will be equals to A cross C equals to C, means minus of B cross C. Okay. When we solve it, we get minus of B cross C, means this we can write this minus of B cross C as A cross C plus this B cross C. It will be equals to 0. Okay, taking cross C as common, so we get A vector plus B vector cross C vector will be equals to 0. It means that A A vector plus B vector cross C vector is equals to 0. It implies that C vector is parallel to A plus B. Okay. From this, we implies that C vector is parallel to A plus B. Okay. If C vector is parallel to A plus B, then we can write C vector as lambda A plus B. A plus B means this 2 iota cap minus j cap plus 3 cap plus this 3 iota cap minus 5 j cap plus k cap means it will be 3 plus 2, 2 plus 3 means it will be 5 iota cap minus of 6j cap and plus of 4k cap. Okay. So if we write modulus of c square, so modulus of c square will be here lambda square 25 plus 36 plus 16. So it will be 77 lambda square. Okay. Let us say this is equation number 1. And another condition we are given as equation A cap plus C cap dot product B cap plus C cap is given as 168. So A plus C vector dot B plus C. Okay, so when we solve it A dot B, so we get A vector dot B vector plus C dot C means modulus of C square plus C dot B. C dot B and again modulus of C square. So, okay. So it will be C dot A plus B. Okay. So when we solve this A plus C dot B plus C, so we get A dot B plus C dot A dot B plus modulus of C square. Okay. So when we solve this A dot B, this A dot B means this will be 3 2s are 6, 5 1s are 5, plus 3 1s are 3, plus modulus of this C square plus C dot A plus B. C dot A plus B means this will be lambda and it will be 25 plus 16 plus 36. Okay. And it is given as 168. Okay. So when we solve it, we get modulus of C square plus lambda. This is 77. This will be 168 minus of 6 5 11 plus 3 14. Okay. So we get modulus of C square plus 77 lambda. It is equals to 154. And modulus of C square is 77 lambda square. So it will be 77 lambda square plus 77 lambda minus of 154 will be equals to 0. Okay. So when we solve this, we get taking 77 common. So we get lambda square plus lambda minus of 2 will be equals to 0. So it will be lambda plus 2 and lambda minus 1 equals to 0. And since we have to find the maximum value of modulus of C square. So for maximum value, we can write modulus of C square maximum. From here, lambda will be equals to minus 2 and here lambda will be equals to 1. So for maximum value and since it is modulus, so we'll take minus of 2 square into 77. So it will be 308. So our answer is 308 means option A is the correct answer. Okay. Now the next question is for let y equals to yx be the solution of differential equation cos x log e base cos x whole square dy plus sin x. Okay, we are given with cos x log e base cos x whole square dy plus this sin x minus 3y sin x log e base cos x dx. It is given as 0. Okay, and interval is given from 0 to pi by 2. So if y pi by 4 is given as this and y pi by 6 value we have to find. Okay, so we are given with this equation. Okay, so we can write it as this is dy, this is dx. Okay, so we can write it dy over dx minus of 3 sin x, okay, over cos x and log of cos x y. It will be equals to minus of sin x over cos x log of cos x whole square. Okay. Now, if we take integrating factor from it, so integrating factor here will be equals to e to the power minus of this 3 sin x over cos x will be minus of 3 tan x. Okay, so minus of 3 tan x over log of cos x into dx. Okay, so solving it, let us take this log of cos x is equals to t. So for this minus of tan x dx will be equals to dt. Okay, so if this would be the case, then this integrating factor will be equals to minus of, here is also minus minus, so minus minus will cancels out, so 3 tan x dx will be dt over t. Okay, so it will be equals to e 3 ln t. Okay, so this will be equals to t raised to the power 3, and t is what, ln cos x, so it will be log of cos x whole cube. Okay, so integrating factor will be log of cos x whole cube. Okay, so so the solution will be, for this equation the solution will be y into this integrating factor log of cos x whole cube will be equals to this log of cos x whole square over 2 plus constant term c. Okay, now in the question it is given that yx, where x is pi by 4, at this value y will be minus of 1 over log e base 2. Okay, so when x is pi by 4, we are given y as minus 1 over log e base 2. So when we put it, we get y at pi by 4 1 over log e base 2 na. So putting this here, we get c equals to 0. So when c is equals to 0, we get y is equals to 1 over 2 log of cos x. Okay, so we have to find the value of y when x equals to pi by 6. So y when x equals to pi by 6 will be equals to 1 over 2 into this ln cos pi by 6. So solving it, we get 1 over 2, okay, into 1 over log of cos pi by 6 means root 3 by 2. Okay, so when we solve it, we get 1 over 2 log a over b means log a minus log b. So it will be 1 over log root 3 minus log of 2. So we get 1 by 2 into this na. So when we solve it, we get 1 over ln 3 minus ln 4. Okay, so our answer is y when x equals to pi by 6, it is 1 over log 3 minus log 4, means our answer is option B. Okay, now question number 5. The value of limit n tends to infinity. Okay, we have to find its value. So we are given with limit n tends to infinity, sigma k equals to 1 to n, k cube plus 6k square plus 11k plus 5 over this k plus 3 factorial. Okay, so we can solve it like this. Limit n tends to infinity. In place of 5, we can write it as 6 minus 1. Okay, so it will be sigma k equals to 1 to n k cube plus 6k square plus 11k plus 6 minus 1 over this k plus 3 factorial. Okay. So this can be written as limit n tends to infinity sigma k equals to 1 to n k cube plus 6k square plus 11k plus 6 minus 1. So we can write it as k plus 1 into k plus 2 into k plus 3. Okay. And this minus 1 over this k plus 3 factorial. Okay. So it can be written as limit n tends to infinity sigma k equals to 1 to n. And when we solve it, we can write it as this is k plus 3 factorial and this is k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3. So we can write it as 1 over k factorial, okay? Minus this 1 over k plus 3 factorial. Now, 1 over k factorial means we can write it as 1 over 1 factorial plus 1 over 2 factorial plus 1 over 3 factorial up to infinity, and minus 1 over k plus 1 factorial means 1 over k, if we put k as 1, so 1 over 4 factorial plus 1 over 5 factorial plus 1 over 6 factorial up to infinity. Okay. So when we write it as, so this can be written as e minus 1. Okay. Minus, this can be written as e minus 1 minus 1 over 1 factorial plus 1 over 2 factorial. Sorry, it will be minus 1 over 2 factorial minus 1 over 3 factorial minus. Okay. So it can be written as e minus e will cancel out. Minus 1 plus 1 will cancel out. So we get 1 plus this 1 by 2. Okay. Plus 1 by 6. So it will be equals to 6 and 2. We'll take the LCM of 6 and 2. So it will be 10 over 6. So it will be 5 over 3. So our answer is 5 by 3, means option C is the correct answer. Now next question 6. Let P be the set of 7-digit numbers with sum of their digits equals to 11. If the numbers in the P are formed by using the digits 1, 2 and 3 only, then the number of elements, okay, we have to find total number of element in set P. Okay, so we can take different cases here. So let us take case number 1. So in case number 1, we have to make the total sum 11 and we have to use 1, 2 and 3 only. Okay, so it will be like 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. So when we add them, we get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Means their sum is 11. So for N1, it will be total are 7 digits. So 7 factorial over 1 comes 4 times. So it will be 4 factorial. 2 comes 2 times. So it will be 2 factorial. And 3 come 1 time. So 1 factorial. Okay. So it will be 105 here. Okay. Now case 2. In second case, we can use 2, 2, 2, 2, okay, and 1, 1, 1. So 2, 2, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11. So N2 we can write 7 factorial over 4 factorial over 3 factorial. So it will be 35. And case 3, we can write case 3 as 3, 3, and then 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So N3 can be written as 7 factorial over this 3 comes 2 times means 2 factorial, and 1 comes 5 times means 5 factorial. So it will be 21 here. Okay. So total number of elements in set P. So for total number of elements, just add them. So when we add them, we get 105 plus 35 plus 1. Okay, so it will be 5, 5, 10, 1, 11. carry 1, 4, 141. Okay, so our answer is 141. Sorry, here it is 21. 21. So it will be 31 plus 4, 5, 6, 161. So our answer is 161, means option B is the correct answer. Now question 7. Okay, we are given fx in terms of the matrices, and capital M and small m be the maximum and minimum value. So we have to find the value of m4 minus m raised to the power 4. Okay, so the matrices is given as fx is given as 1 plus sine square x cos square x 4 sine 4x, this sine square x, 1 plus cos square x, this 4 sine 4x, and sine square x cos square x, 1 plus 4 sine 4x. Okay, so student, if we write like R1, where we are doing R1 minus R2. Okay, if we subtract R1, R2 by R1 in this matrices, so we get fx as R1 minus R2. R1 minus R2 means 1. This will be minus 1 and this will be 0. Okay, this will be sine square x. This is 1 plus cos square x. This is 4 sine 4x. This is sine square x, cos square x, 1 plus 4 sine 4x. Okay, now do one thing. In R2, second row, R2 minus R3. Okay, if we do R2 minus R3, then our fx matrix will be 1 minus 1, 0. This will be 0, 1, minus 1. Okay, this will be sine square x. This is cos square x. This is 1 plus 4 sine 4x. Okay, now in column 2, in this column, second column, add column 1 to column 2. Okay, so if we add column 1 to column 2, then our matrix will become 1. This will become 0, 0. This will become 0. This will 1 and minus 1. And this will be sine square x. And the sine square x plus cos square x is 1. And this is 1 plus 4 sine 4x. Okay, now solve it. So when we solve it, we get 1. This is 1 plus 4 sine 4x minus minus plus 1. So it will be 2 plus 4 sine 4x. Okay, so its maximum value will be 6 and minimum value will be minus 2. Okay, so we have to find m4 minus m4. So m4 minus m4, it will be 6 raised to the power 4 minus minus 2 raised to the power 4. So when we solve it, we get 1280. So our answer is 1280, means option C is the correct answer. Now question 8. The integral, okay, 80 limit 0 to pi by 4 and this term is equals to, okay, we have to solve this. So we are given, let us say I 0 to pi by 4 sine theta plus cos theta over 9 plus 16 sine 2 theta into d theta. Okay, so to solve this, let us take sine theta minus cos theta as t. Okay, if sine theta minus cos theta is t, then we can write sine 2 theta as 1 minus t square. Okay, and from here we can also write cos theta and plus of sine theta, this d theta will be equals to dt. Okay, so now put this value here, so we get, acha, there is limit also, na? So when theta is equals to 0, so using this limit, then t will become -1. And when theta equals to pi by 4, at that time t will become 0. Okay. So I will be equals to now -1 to 0 limit sine theta plus cos theta d theta. It will be equals to dt only. So it will be dt over this 9 plus 16 sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta can be written as 1 minus t square. Okay. Now solving it, we get if we take 16 common, so 1 over 16 limit -1 to 0 dt, this will be 9 plus 16 minus of 16 t square. Okay, so if we take this common, so we get this will be 25. This will be 25 over 16 minus of t square. Okay, so it will be equals to 1 over 4 and 1 over 10. Now taking log, this will be 5 plus 40 over 5 minus 40. Okay, and the limit is from -1 to 0. Okay, this is 0. So now put the limit -1 and 0 here. So we get 1 over 10 into 4, 440 into, if we put 0, so it will be 0 only, and it will be log e base 9. So we get I is equals to log e base 9 over 40. Okay. So here the question is 80 into this. Okay. So this integral will be 80i. So it will be 80 into log e base 9 over 40. So 42 is 80. So 80i will be equals to 2 log e base 9. It means we can write it as 80i as 4 log e base 3. Okay, so our answer is 4 log e base 3, means our answer is option A. Now next question 9. Let z1 minus 8 minus 2i less than n equals to 1 and z2 minus 2 plus 6i less than n. Okay, these are circles equation. Okay, and z1 and z2 belongs to C. Then the minimum value of z1 minus z2. Okay, so students, we are given two circles. Okay, we are given two circles. Let us say this is z1, C1 at its center. This is z1, C2 at its center. Let us say this circle is z2. Okay, and its center are given as 8 and 2. So 8 comma 2 are the centers, and its center is 2 comma minus 6. 2 comma minus 6 are its center, and we are given r1 as 1 and r2 as 2. Okay, so we have to find z1 minus z2. So modulus of z1 minus z2 will be this c1 c2 minus of this r1 plus r2. So c1 c2 will be 8 2 and 2 minus 6. So it will be c1 c2. So it will be 6 square plus 8 square. Okay, these are the distance between them. Okay, c1 and c2, we are seeing the distance between them. Okay, so 8 square, 6 square plus 8 square minus r1 is 1 and r2 is 2. So it will be 10 minus 3 equals to 7. Means modulus of z1 minus z2 is 7 basically. Means option C is the correct answer. Now question number 10. We are given with a matrix A where A is Aij and this is the matrix. Aij is the cofactor of this Aij and Cij is given by this term, okay? Where 1 is less than and equals to I and j is less than and equals to 2. And we have to find 8 modulus C, okay? 8 modulus C. So we are given with the matrices Aij is equals to log 5 base 128, log 4 base 5. This is log 5 base 8 and this is log 4 base 25. Okay. And since Aij is the cofactor of Aij, okay. So first of all, we can write it as Aij is equals to, if we write it in simple form, so we can write it as 7 log 5 base 2 and this we can write it as 1 by 2 log 2 base 5 and here we can write 3 log 5 base 2 and this we can write it as log 2 base 5. Okay, now we can write Aij. Aij is a cofactor of this, so we can write it as log 2 base 5. This will be minus 3 log 2 5 base 2. This will be minus 2 log 2 base 5 and this will be 7 log 5 base 2. Okay. Now we are given that this Cij, this is equals to this sigma, sorry, k equals to 1 to 2 Aik Ajk. Okay. So when we write C11, so C11 will be sigma k equals to 1 to 2, this A1k and A1k. So it will be modulus of A only, okay? And when we write C12, so C12 will be sigma k equals to 1 to 2. This will be A1k and this is A2k. And this will be 0 according to these conditions, okay? And again C21 will be equals to sigma k equals to 1 to 2. This is A2k. This is A1k. This is again 0. And similarly C22 will be equals to modulus of A. So our matrix which will be formed, it is determinant of A 0, 0 and determinant of A. Okay. So now we have found this Aij as log 2 base 5 minus log 3 minus 3 log 5 base 2 minus 1 by 2 log 2 base 5 and 7 log 5 base 2. Okay. So when we solve it and using this condition, so we can write this C as 11 by 2. This will be 0. This will be 0 and this will be 11 by 2. Okay. So when we solve it, so we get determinant of C as 121 by 4 and we have to find the value of 8 determinant of C. So 8 determinant of C means 8 into 121 by 4. 4 2s are 8. So it will be 242. So 8 determinant of C will be 242. So our answer is option B. Okay. Now next question is 11. Let the area of the region XY. Okay, we are given with the region and it is saying let the area be A. Then 6A is equals to. Okay. So we are given x comma y. 2y is less than and equals to x square plus 3. comma y plus modulus of x is less than and equals to 3, and y is greater and equals to x minus 1. Okay. So for this, if we write these equation in terms of the line equations, so we are given 2y equals to x square plus 3. So it is like a parabolic equation, but it is 2y equals to x square plus 3. It means it is lying just above this line. Okay. So let us say this is 2y equals to x square plus 3. Okay. So from here we are given y equals to x minus 1. If we treat it as y equals to modulus of x minus 1, so this equation will be like this. This is a straight one. This is y equals to x minus 1. Okay. And this y plus modulus of x equals to 3 is this line, this one. This is the line which is saying y plus modulus of x equals to 3. Okay. So these are the intersection point, this, and this is basically this one. Okay. So these are basically the intersection points. Okay. So if using these equation, these intersection points and these line equations can be found as this intersection point will be minus 1 comma 2 and this intersection point will be 1 comma 2. Okay. Now we have to solve this area. So first of all, if we want to find this area A, means this area, this shaded area. Okay, wait a minute. If we want to solve this shaded area, this one, okay, this shaded area. So for this, we'll take the limit from this minus 1 to this plus 1. So limit minus 1 to this plus 1, and this will be, now here will be y equals to x square plus 3 divided by 2. So we can write x square plus 3 divided by 2 plus this area, this one, this parabolic area plus this line equation means x minus 1 dx. Okay. Now for the y-axis, this will be 1 to 2. This will be, from here we can write y equals to 3 minus x. So it will be 3 minus x. Okay. And minus this x minus 1. Okay. So solving it, we get this will be x cube by 6 plus 3x by 2 plus x square by 2 minus of x, and limit will be from minus 1 to plus 1. This will be plus x. Okay. This will be plus 3x minus of x square by 2 minus of x square by 2 plus of x, and limit will be from 1 to 2. So solving it, we get a is equals to 7 by 3. So we have to find the value of 6a. Okay. So for this, 6a will be equals to 14. Okay. So our answer is 6a equals to 14. Means option D is the correct answer. Now question 12. We are given with two lines L1 and L2. And it is saying that let L3 be a line passing through the point alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, and it is perpendicular to both L1 and L2. If L3 intersects L1, then we have to find the value of this. Okay, so it is saying that there is a line L3 which passes through alpha, beta, and gamma. So for this, we can write the line equation as x minus alpha over A equals to y minus beta over B equals to z minus gamma over C. Okay, this is for line L3. Okay, since it is saying that it is passing through alpha, beta, and gamma, alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, so for this we can write, and it is also saying that this line perpendicular to both L1 and L2. Okay, so if it is perpendicular to both L1 and L2, then we can write it as A iota cap plus B j cap plus C k cap will be parallel to cross product of L1 and L2, means this iota cap minus j cap plus 2k cap, iota cap minus j cap plus 2k cap cross minus of iota cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. Okay, so when we solve this, we get A iota cap plus Bj cap plus Ck cap is perpendicular to this cross product. Means cross product means I minus j, I j k. So for this we can write 1 minus 1 2, and from here minus 1 2 1. So when we solve this, we get iota equals to minus of 1 minus of 4 plus j. This will be minus of 2 minus of 1 plus k 2 plus 1. So solving it, we get minus of 5 iota cap, okay, minus of 3j cap, and this will be plus 3k cap. Okay, so since now this cross product is parallel to this, means A iota cap plus Bj cap plus Ck cap. Okay, this is parallel to this. So again, when we solve this, we get ABC as ABC as 5, 3 and minus 1. Okay, this is will be 1, and this will be 2 to the 4 plus j. This will be 2 ones are 2 minus 1 ones are 1 plus k. This will be 1 2s are 2 minus 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 minus. Okay, minus 1 minus. Okay, plus. So this will be 5 3 and minus 1 then. Okay, so now we can write the equation as x minus alpha over 5 will be equals to y minus beta over 3. It will be equals to z minus gamma over minus 1, and let this will be equals to lambda. Now point of intersection, it is saying that L3 intersects L1. So when L3 intersects L1, L3 intersects L1. So when L3 intersects L1, let alpha will be equals to then P plus 1 minus of 5 lambda. Okay, when L3 intersects L1. Okay, and when so beta will be equals to y minus 2. Okay, so it will be minus P plus of 2 minus of 3 lambda, and gamma will be equals to z minus 1. So it will be 2p plus 1 plus of lambda. Okay, so solving this, we have to find the value of 5 alpha minus 11 beta minus 8 gamma. So 5 alpha minus 11 beta minus 8 gamma. Okay, so it will be equals to this 5 p plus 1 minus 5 lambda. Okay, minus 11 minus p plus 2 minus 3 lambda, and minus 8 2p plus 1 plus lambda. So solving it, we get 25. Okay, so our answer is 25, means option B is the correct answer. Now question 13. Let L x1 x2 up to x10 be 10 observations such that this is equals to 30 and this is equals to 98, where beta is greater than 2 and their variance is 4 over 5. Okay, if mu sigma square are respectively mean, mu is given as mean, okay, sigma square is variance of this term. So we have to find beta mu over sigma square. Okay, first of all, we are given that sigma I equals to 1 to 10, xi minus 2 equals to 30. Okay, So we can write it as I equals to 1 to 10. Xi will be equals to 50. So from here we can write mean is 5. Okay, since there are 10 observations, na? So we can write mean as 5. And for it variance we are given in the question as 4 over 5. Variance is given as 4 over 5. So for this we can write sigma xi square over 10 minus x bar square. Okay, so this 4 over 5 will be equals to sigma xi square over 10 minus this 5 square means 25. So this sigma xi square will be equals to this 4 over 5 plus 25. Let us say this 10 only. Okay, so solving it we get sigma xi square over 10 will be equals to 4 0 10 divided by 5. So sigma xi square will be equals to 104 over 5 into 10. 5 2s are 10. So it will be 0 208. Okay. Oh, it is 25, not 20. It is 25. 25. So it will be 125. So it will be 129. 129. Okay. So for 129, it will be 258. So sigma xi square will be 250. Let us say this is equation number 1. Okay, now in this question it is given that sigma I equals to 1 to 10. Xi minus beta whole square is equals to 98. So when we open this square term, we get sigma I equals to 1 to 10 xi square minus 2 beta sigma I equals to 1 to 10 xi plus 10 beta square. Okay, since it will be a square plus b square plus minus 2ab, na? So it will be 10 beta square. It will be equals to 98. Okay, so 10 beta square. This will be minus 2 beta. Okay, and this is 50. Okay, since this is 50, na? So it will be 50. And this is, we have find the value of this as 258. So plus of 258, it will be equals to 98. Okay. So it will be 10 beta square minus 100 beta plus this 258 will be equals to 98. So 10 beta square minus 100 beta plus this will be 160. It will be equals to 0. So beta square minus 10 beta plus 16, it will be equals to 0. So when we solve it, we get beta equals to 8 since beta is greater than 2. So beta will be equals to 8. Now, according to question, as per the question, this 2x1 minus 1 plus 4 beta, 2x2 minus 1 plus 4 beta up to 2x10 minus 1 plus 4 beta. So 2x1 minus 1 plus 4 beta, comma 2x2 minus 1 plus 4 beta up to 2x10 minus 1 plus 4 beta. So we can simplify is that we can simplify is as 2x1 plus 4 beta, and beta is 8. So it will be 2x1 plus 30, comma 2x2 plus 30, comma up to 2x10 plus 30. Okay. So, and we are given that mu is the mean and the variance, sigma square is the variance. So if mu is the mean and we have find the value of mean as 5. So mu will be equals to this 2 into 5 plus 30. So it will be equals to 40, and sigma square. Variance we are given as 4 over 5. So it will be sigma square. Na? So it will be 2 square into 4 over 5. So it will be 2 to the 4, 4, 16 over 5. So we have to find the value of beta mu over sigma square. So beta, we have find the value of beta as 8. So beta mu over sigma square will be equals to 8 into 40 over sigma square means 16 over 5. So it will be equals to 5 to the 10. It will be, sorry, 8 to the 16, 2 to the 4, 5 to the 10, 100. So our answer is 100. Okay. So our answer is option C. Now next question 14. The least value of n for which the number of integral terms in the binomial expansion is 183. So we are given binomial expansion of this 3 root 7 plus 12 root 11 and okay. So if we take the value of tk plus 1, okay, so it will be nck 7, this n minus k over 3 and this 11 k over 12, okay. This 12 divides this k and this 3 divides this n minus k for the integer terms, okay. So for integers term, this multiple of this 12, okay, for k, they would work when k equals to 0, k equals to 12 or k equals to 24, okay. So k maximum value will be this 12 into 182. So it will be 2184. Okay. And minimum value, since we have to find the least value of n, na? So the minimum value of n will be 2184. Okay. So 2184 is the minimum value, means option 1 is the correct answer. Okay. Now, question 15. The number of solutions of the equation 9 over x minus 9 over root x plus 2 and 2 over x minus 7 over root x plus 3 is, okay. So first of all, let us assume, let 1 over root x be t. Okay, if this is equals to t, then we can write 9t square minus of 9t plus 2 into this 2t square minus 7t plus 3. This is equals to 0. Okay. So 90 square minus 90 plus 2 and 2t square minus 70 plus 3 equals to 0. If we put this 90 square minus t plus 2 equals to 0, then using Sridharacharya formula, we can write t equals to minus of, since we know that na, t equals to minus of v plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So using this formula, t equals to minus of b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac over 2a means 18. So t will be equals to 9 plus minus, this will be 9, 3 over 18. So from here we get t equals to 2 by 3 and it will be 1 by 3. Okay. And now solving this 2t square minus 7t plus 3, this will be equals to 0. So we can write it as 2t square minus 6t minus t plus 3 equals to 0. So using factors formula, we can write 2t. This will be t minus 3 And if we take -1 common, this will be t minus 3 equals to 0. So 2t minus 1 and t minus 3 will be the factor term. Okay. So from here, t will be equals to 1 by 2 and t is 3. Okay. Since we have taken 1 over root x be t. So root x will be equals to this 2 by 3, 1 by 3. Okay, we have taken 1 over root x bt, na? 1 over root x. So root x will be 3 by 2 and 3. 3 by 2 comma 3 and from here 2 comma 1 by 3. Okay. So from here x will be equals to 9 over 4, 9, 4, 1 over 9. These are the value of x. So number of solutions will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer is option A, 4. Now question 16. Consider an arithmetic progression of positive integers whose sum of the first three numbers is 54. Sum of first three number. Okay. Let the arithmetic progression be a comma a plus d comma a plus 2d, since they are saying first three terms. So 3a plus 3d, it is equals to 54. Okay. And the sum of the first 20 terms lies between 1600 and 1800. Okay, sum of first 20 terms lies between 1600. 20 terms mean 20 by 2. This will be 2a plus 19d lies between 1600 and 1800. So from here we can write 160. 2a plus 19d will be less than 180. Okay. So we can write it as 160 less than and equals to, again we can write it as 2a plus 19d is less than 180, na? 2a plus 19d. From here we can write a plus d equals to 18. Okay. So here we can write a is equals to 18 minus d. A is equals to 18 minus d. So if we write 18 minus d, so we can write it as 18 minus d plus 19d less than, so 160 will be 2 into 18 and minus 2d. So it will be plus 17d less than 180. Okay. So when we solve it, we get this will become 160. This will be 16 carry 1 to 36. 17d will be equals to 180. So if we have to write only d here, it was minus 36 over 17. Okay, so it will be 160 minus 36, 17d, 180 minus 36. So it will be 124 less than 17d. It will be 144. Okay, so it will be 124 over 17 d, 144 over 17. Okay, and since this d is an integer, so we can write if d is an integer, so its value will be d will be equals to 8. Okay, so we have written a plus d equals to 18. A plus d equals to 18. If this d equals to 8, then a will be equals to 10 only. Okay, so we have to find the value of 11th term. So a is 10 and d is 8. So a 11 will be equals to a plus 10d. So 10d means 10 plus 10 into 8. So it will be 90. So 11th term will be 90, means option C is the correct answer. Now question 17. Let the ellipse E1 is given by this and E2 is given by this. Okay. Have same eccentricity. Eccentricity is given as 1 over root 3. Let the product of the length of lattice rectum be this and the distance between the foci of E1 be 4. If E1 and E2 meet at A, B, C, D. Okay, we have to find the area of this quadrilateral. So something like this is given. Let us suppose this is ellipse E1. This is ellipse E2. Okay. And these are the meeting points. Let us say A, B, C, D. We have to find the area this. Okay. So first what we do, it is saying it is having same eccentricity. And okay, if the eccentricity is same, we can write for this B square over A square will be equals to 2 by 3 and it will be equals to A square over B square. Okay. So from here we can write B square equals to 2A square over 3. And from here we can write A square equals to 2B square over 3. Okay. And for this we can write 2AE. Okay, 2AE eccentricity have same eccentricity 1 over E na. So we can write it as A will be equals to then 2 to the 4 over E. So it will be 2 over root 3. 1 over, sorry, 2 into root 3. Okay, A means 2 into root 3. Let us say this is equation number 1. So we can also write this as if we multiply by 2 on both sides, so we can write 2B square. It will be equals to, if we write A here, so 4A over 3. And from here we can write it as again 2A square over B as 4B over 3. Okay. And in the question it is saying that the product of their lengths of lattice rectum is this. Means the product of this and this means the product of this and this is given as 32 over root 3 means 4A over 3 into 4B over 3 is given as 32 over root 3 means 4 4 is 16. AB over 9 it is given as 32 over 3. Okay, from here and A is this na. So we can write 16 into this 2 root 3 into B over 9 will be equals to 32 over root 3. So we can find the value of B as 32 into 9 over this 16 into 2 root 3 into root 3. So 16 minus 16, 16 to the 32. So it will be 2 to cancel. 9 over 3 means 3. So B is equals to 3 here. Okay. Means A is 2 root 3. B is 3 here. If B is 3, then we can write A square equals to 2B square over 3 na. A square equals to 2B square over 3 means A square will be 2 into 9 over 3. This will be 3 3s are 9. So A square will be 6. So A will be root 6. Okay. And from here B, small b. B square equals to 2A square over 3. B square equals to 2A square over 3 means B square will be A is 2 root 3. 2 into 2 root 3 means 4 into 3 over 3. 4 2s are 8 means B square equals to 8. Okay. B square is 8. So A is 2 root 3, B is under root of 8, A is root 3, and capital B is 3. Okay. Now, E1 is given as x square over a square plus y square over b square equals to 1. And similarly, x square over capital A square plus y square over capital B square equals to 1 for E2. So from here we can write E1 equals to x square over a square means 12 plus y square over b square means 8 equals to 1. And E2 will be x square over a square means 6. Sorry, it will be root 6. Okay. And plus y square over b square means 9. This will be equals to 1. Okay. Now, when we solve this E1 and E2, solving E1 and E2, we get x comma y equals to root 6 over root 5, comma 6 over root 5. Okay. The solutions for this minus 6 over root 5, comma 6 over root 5, and root 6 over root 5, comma minus 6 over root 5, and last minus 6 over root 5, comma minus 6 over this root 5. Okay. So, in the question, we have to find the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. Okay. So, 4 points are the vertices of this rectangular area. So, area will be, when we use these points, we get area will be 24 into root 6 over 5. So our answer is 24 root 6 over 5 is the area. Means option B is the correct answer. Now question 18. We are given A vector, B vector and line L1 and L2. Okay. If line L3 passes through the point of intersection of L1 and L2 and is parallel to vector A plus vector B, then L3 passes through the point. Okay. So we are given A vector as iota cap plus 2j cap plus k cap. B vector as 2 iota cap plus 7j cap plus 3k cap. Okay. And line L1 is given as minus iota cap plus 2j cap plus k cap plus lambda a cap. Okay. Where this lambda belongs to I. And L2 line is given as j cap plus k cap plus mu b cap vector, and where mu belongs to R. Okay. So for these 2 points, if A vector and B vector is given by this, so this general form of these line L1 and L2 for this A vector and B vectors can be written as, the general form can be written as we can write it as, since A is this and B is this, so A plus B will be equals to 3 iota cap and 9j cap plus 4k cap. Okay. So L1 line will be equals to, this is 1, this is minus iota cap, this is iota cap, 2j cap and 2j cap plus k cap. Okay, so for this, it will be equals to lambda minus 1 iota cap 2 plus 2 lambda j cap. Okay, we can write this at 2 lambda plus 2 j cap for this point and this line L1. Okay, and plus this will be lambda plus 1 k cap. Okay, plus 1 k cap. And L2 line will be equals to This is mu na. So it will be 2 iota cap and here is no iota. So it will be 2 mu only. 2 mu iota cap plus 7j means 7 mu plus 1 into j cap. Okay, plus 3 mu plus this 1 into k cap. Okay. Now, for the point of intersection of this L1 and L2. So for L1 and L2 point of intersection, we can write this lambda minus 1 will be equals to this 2 mu. This 2 lambda plus 2 will be equals to this 7 mu plus 1. And this lambda plus 1 will be equals to 3 mu plus 1. Okay. So this lambda minus 1 equals to 2 mu. And 2 lambda plus 2 will be equals to 7 mu minus 1. And lambda plus 1 equals to 3 mu plus 1. So from here we can write lambda equals to 2 mu plus 1. So if we put it here, so 2 mu plus 1 plus 2 will be equals to 7 mu plus 1. So it will be 4 mu plus 2 equals to 7 mu plus 1. So it will be 4 minus 1, 3 equals to 7 minus 4, 3 mu. Okay, so from here mu will be equals to 1. And using this relation, we get lambda equals to 2 plus 1 means lambda equals to 3 and mu equals to 1. Okay. So we have to find line L3 and line L3 passes through the point of intersection of L1 and L2 and parallel to A plus B. So for this L3 will become parallel to this and passes through point of intersection. So it will be equals to 2 iota cap plus 8 j cap plus 4k cap plus alpha 3 iota cap plus 9j cap plus 4k cap. Okay. So when we solve it, we get, okay, if we put the value of alpha as 2, okay. When we put alpha as 2, so it will be 2 iota cap plus 8j cap plus 4k cap plus 6 iota cap plus 18j cap 8k cap. So it will be 8 iota cap plus 16j cap. Sorry, this will be 18. So 18 or 8, 26. J cap plus 12k cap. So L3 will be equals to 8 iota cap plus 26 j cap plus 12k cap means 8, 26 and 12 means option A is the correct answer. Now question 19. Two parabolas have the same focus. If focus are same and their directories are x and y axis respectively. So we can write x minus 4 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square. Directories is x square and again x minus 4 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square. Directory is y square. Okay. If these parabolas intersect at A and B. So if A coordinate is x1, y1 and B coordinates are x2, y2 and they are intersecting at A comma B. So solving x for x1 and y1 and x2 and y2 for these two equations, we can write x 1 minus 4 whole square plus y1 minus 3y whole square equals to x square. Okay, and there will be x1 minus 4 whole x2 minus 4 whole square plus y2 minus 3 whole square. equals to y square. Okay. Now when we solve it, we get x1 plus x2 equals to 14 and x1 dot x2 equals to 25. Okay. So we have to find the value of AB square. So AB whole square. So it will be equals to, when we solve it, we get 2x1 plus x2 whole square minus of 4x1 dot x2. So it will be equals to 214 square minus 4 into 25. So this will be equals to 192. So our answer is 192, means option B is the correct answer. Okay. Now next question is 21. Let f be the greatest integer less than or equal to t. Then the least value of p belongs to n, for which, okay, this limit extends to 0. And this is the term, and it is greater than and equals to 1. Okay, and we have to find is equals to what? Okay, so we are given with limit x tends to 0, x 1 over x plus 2 over x plus p over x minus this x square 1 over x square plus 2 square over x square plus 9 square over x square. Okay, and it is given that it is greater than equals to 1. Now if we take 1 over x common from here and 1 over x square common from here, then we'll get it 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus p and minus 1 square plus 2 square plus up to 9 square, and it is greater than equals to 1. Okay, so we can write it as 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to p. We can write it as p plus 1 over 2 minus, and for this we can write 9, 10, 19 over 6, and it is greater than equals to 1. So when we solve it, we get p plus 1 over 2. It is greater than equals to 1 plus 90 into 19 over 6. So p plus 1 is over 2 is greater than equals to 6 plus carry 8, 9, 1710 over 6. Okay. 8, 9 is a 9 plus 8, 17. Okay. So when we add it, we get p plus 1 over 2, and it should be greater than, sorry, here it is 1. Okay. It should be greater than 6 plus 1710 over 6. So when we solve it, we get p plus 1 is greater than equals to 1716 into 2 over 6. So it is greater than equals to 572. So when we solve it, we get this p plus 1 should be greater than equals to 572. It means this, the least natural value of p is 24, because when p is less than 24, then this relation will not be possible. So for to satisfy this relation, this p must be equals to 24, means the least possible value must be 24. Okay. Now next question 22. Let f 0 to infinity and it belongs to R be a twice differential function. If for some a not equals to 0 and we are given this limit 0 to 1, this function, and f1 equals to 1 and f16 equals to 1 over 8. So we have to find the value of 16 minus f dash 1 over 16. Okay. So we are given with 0 to 1 f lambda x d lambda, it is equals to a f x. Okay. So let us assume this lambda x is equals to u. So from here we can write d lambda is equals to 1 over x into du. Okay. Now, so let us say this is equation 1. Putting this here, so we get d lambda is equals to 1 over x du. So it will be 1 over x. Now the limit will be from 0 to x. So fu du, it is equals to a fx. Okay. So this will be equals to 0 to x fu du, and it will be equals to a x fx. Okay. Now differentiating both sides. Differentiating both sides, we get fx is equals to a x f dash x plus this fx. Okay. So now this fx will be equals to a x f dash x plus a fx. Now take this a fx from RHS to LHS. So we get 1 minus a fx will be equals to a x f dash x. Okay. So now from here we can write f dash x over fx. It is equals to 1 minus a over a into 1 over x. Now if we integrate both sides with respect to x, okay, with respect to x, then we'll get integration of f dash x over fx into dx. It is equals to 1 minus a over a integration of 1 over x into dx. So integrating it, we get log of fx. It will be equals to, this is constant term, log of x plus c. Log of x plus c. Now from here we are given that f1 equals to 1 and f16 equals to 1 over 8. Now using this condition, f1 equals to 1 and f16 we are given with 1 over 8. So now using this condition, at x equals to 1 means when x is equals to 1, f1 is 1. So when we put this condition here, we get this c equals to 0. So we are given with log fx will be equals to 1 minus a over a log of x. Okay. Now also we are given that f16 equals to 1 over 8. So if f16 means if this is equals to 1 over 8, so we write here 16 1 minus a over a. So solving it, we get 2 minus 3 will be equals to 2 raised to the power 4 minus 4a over a. So from here minus 3 will be equals to 4 minus 4a over a. So solving it, we get minus of 3a will be equals to 4 minus 4a. It means a is equals to 4 here. Okay. Now a is equals to 4. It means a is equals to 4 means fx will be equals to x raised to the power minus 3 by 4. So we can write it as fx is equals to minus 3 by 4 x f dash x minus of 7 by 4. So if we put x as 1 over 16, okay. So if we put x equals to 1 over 16, so this f dash 1 over 16, this will be equals to minus of 3 by 4, 1 over 16 minus of 7 by 4. So solving it, we get minus of 3 by 4 into this is 16, huh? 2 minus of 4x into minus of 7 by 4. Okay. So when we solve it, we get this 4 cancels. It will be minus of 3 by 4, 2 minus minus plus. So when we solve it, we get f dash 1 over 16 will be equals to minus of 96. Okay, and we have to find the value of 16 minus f dash 1 over 16. So 16 minus f dash 1 over 16 will be equals to 16 minus minus of 96. So it will be equals to 112. So our answer is 112. Okay. Now, next question 23. Okay, we are given S equals to this much. Then sigma x belongs to S. 2x minus 1 whole square value is. Okay. So we are given with cos inverse x is equals to pi plus sine inverse x plus sine inverse 2x plus 1. Okay, we are given with this. So cos inverse x can be written as pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. Okay, so it will be equals to pi plus sine inverse x plus this sine inverse 2x plus 1. Now, this pi minus pi by 2, sorry, pi by 2 minus of pi will be equals to minus of pi by 2. And this minus sine inverse x and minus sine inverse x will become minus 2 sine inverse x. It will be equals to sine inverse 2x plus 1. Now, if we multiply both sides with sine, so sine minus pi by 2, taking sine on both sides, so it will be equals to sine, this sine inverse 2x plus 1. Okay. Now, again this sine minus of pi by 2 minus 2 sine inverse x will become minus cos 2 sine inverse x, and this will eventually become 2x plus 1. Okay. Now, this minus cos 2 sine inverse x. Okay. Minus cos 2 sine inverse x will be 2 sine inverse x means it will be then cos is also here, na? So it will be minus 1 minus 2x square. Okay. And it will be 2x plus 1. So it will be minus of 1 plus 2x square. It will be equals to 2x plus 1. Okay. So this will become 2x square minus of 2x minus of 2 will be equals to 0. So now solving this quadratic equation, we get x equals to 2 plus minus under root of 4 plus 16 over 4. So solving it, we get x is equals to 2 plus minus 16 plus 4, 20. So it will be 2 root 5 over 4. So eventually it will be 1 plus minus under root of 5 over 2. So x value is 1 plus root 5 over 2 and 1 minus root 5 over 2. So now if we use 1 minus root 5 over 2, so we have to find the value of what? 2x minus 1 whole square, na? So this 2x minus 1 whole square will be equals to 2. Okay, either use 1 plus root 5 over 2 or 1 minus root 5 over 2. We'll get, let us say 1 minus root 5 over 2, then minus 1, then whole square, na? So this 2 cancels out, 1 and minus 1, this cancels out. So we get minus root 5 whole square means 5. So this value is 5 here. So it is equals to 5. Now question 24. The number of 6-letter words with or without meaning, okay, that can be formed using the letters of the word maths such that any letter that appear in the word must appear at least twice is. Okay. 6-letter words na, and that appears in the word must appear at least twice. Okay, so for at least twice, okay, let us say 6-letter words. So let us take case 1. Let us say one letter is repeated 6 times. If one letter is being repeated in 6 times, so it will be 5C1. It is equals to 5 then. Case 2, let us take 2 letters. If we take 2 letters, then the possible cases will be 2 times and 4 times. And second case will be 3 times, 3 times. Okay. And third case will be 4 times and 2 times. Okay. So for these 4 times and 2 times, these 2 times and 4 times and 4 times and 2 times, this will be 5C2 into 6-letter word na. So 6 factorial over 2 factorial into 4 factorial into 2, because of these 2 into 2. So it will be 5C2 6 factorial. This will be 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. 4 cancel, 2 3 or 6. This will be 150 into 2. It will be 300. Okay. And then the third case is 3 letters. If we take 3 letters, so the case will be 2 times, 2 times, and 2 times. Okay. Okay. Again, this is the case 3 times and 3 times. If there is 3 times, 3 times, so it will be 5C2 and into this 6 factorial over 3 factorial into 3 factorial. So it will be 6 factorial means 6, 5, 4 into 3, 3 cancel. 3 to the 6, 6 cancel, and this will be 200. Okay. And 3 letters means 2 times, 2 times, and 2 times. So it will be 5C3 into 6 factorial over 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So solving it, it will be 10 into, this will be 6 into 5 into 4 into 3. Okay, here it will be 4 because 2 cancel, get this cancels out. So it will be equals to 30. 3 3s are 9. It will be 900. So adding these all, we get this 300 plus 200 plus 900 and this 5. So it will be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it will be 1405. Okay. So the answer is 1405. Now, question 25. Let S equals to this much, where A matrix is given as 2 minus 1, 1, 0. Then NS is equals to. So NS means number of elements in S is equals to. Okay, so we are given with A equals to 2 minus 1, 1, 0. So first of all, we'll find the characteristic equation. So characteristic equation will be this 2 minus lambda minus 1, 1 minus of lambda, it will be equals to 0. So solving it, we'll get 2 minus lambda into minus lambda minus minus 1 into 1. So solving it, we get minus 2 lambda minus minus plus lambda square minus minus plus 1. So it will be lambda square minus 2 lambda plus 1. So solving it, we get lambda minus 1 whole square is equals to 0, means lambda equals to plus minus 1. Okay, we take lambda equals to 1 here. Okay, now this A satisfies A minus I square equals to 0. Okay, so A will be equals to I plus N, where this N will be equals to A minus I, and this n matrix will be equals to 1 minus 1, 1 and minus 1. So n square will be equals to 0. So from here we can write am is equals to 1 plus n raised to the power m. So it will be equals to I plus mn. So a to m will be equals to a to m means a square m will be equals to I plus m square n. Okay. So we have to find this am square plus am, and it is given as 3 I minus a minus 6. So a m square plus am given as 3I minus a minus 6. Okay. So am square na. So if we write I plus m square n, and am is I plus mn, and this will be equals to 3I minus a minus 6. And we are given with a equals to this. So its inverse will be equals to 0, 1, minus 1, 2. So 0, 1, minus 1, 2 will be the A inverse. So A inverse will be 0, 1, minus 1, 2. So from here A minus 6 will be equals to A minus 6. It will be equals to A inverse into 6, means it will be equals to I plus minus 6 n. So if we put here in this equation, so we get I plus minus 6 n na. So this is I plus I, 2I, this is 3I, so it will be I eventually. So m square plus m into n, it will be equals to I minus this I minus 6n. Okay. So solving it, we get I minus I plus of 6n. I cancels out. This n get cancelled. So m square plus m will be equals to 6 here. So m square plus m minus 6 will be equals to 0. So if we do the factorization, so we get m minus 2 and m plus 3 will be equals to 0. So m will be equals to 2n minus 3. So ns means the number of elements in S will be 2, 1 and 2. Okay. So our answer is 2.